We'll sip our worries away, nice and slow. Your laughter ripples like sweet warm wine. In this jazzy sultry space you're mine. The saxophone croons a velvet tune, while melodies dance beneath the moon. We'll toast to moments both grand and small, in this hazy, lazy, jazz-touched hall. But let's sit together in the mellow night. We'll drink to love till the morning light. Every glass we raise a promise true. Here's to the magic in a drink with you. Your eyes, they sparkle with every click. Sweet rendezvous over a simple drink. We'll share our secrets in whispers low, just you and me where the jazz flows slow. The world outside fades into the mist, but here it's our own dreamy tryst. With each sip our worries drift away. Let's stay together till the break of day. So let's sit together in the mellow night. We'll drink to love till the morning light. Every glass we raise a promise true. Here's to the magic in a drink with you.
The following live stream has been approved for appropriate audiences. It may contain occasional strong language and may not be suitable for younger or more sensitive viewers. Viewer inebriation is advised, though not mandatory.
Between now and 2030, we are looking at a massive surge in surveillance, invasion of privacy, military dominance, and control over our freedoms. This is happening rapidly. In 2020, the average person would generate 1.7 megabytes of personal data. Nowadays, the average person generates 4,910 megabytes. That's a 3,000% increase, and almost all of it can be used by AI. It's estimated that by 2026, 90% of companies will be using AI to monitor behavior and productivity. By 2027, voice and motion recognition software is due to be present in 80% of customer service platforms. The global surveillance market is due to rise by 222% in the next 5 years. Global AI military spending was $14 billion in 2021. By 2030, it's due to hit $64 billion, with 60% of military drones being flown by AI. Good evening and welcome to Last Call. We usually like to keep things light around here, but we really have to talk about some very disturbing and very real issues with technology. So buckle up. Top off your glasses and we'll get started right now.
Last Call is streamed before a live audience.
Well, salute and welcome to the weekend. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Those of you that join me for Liquid Lunch know what I'm sipping on, and I'm already feeling a little bit warm, which is a good thing. Just want to remind everybody, I am trying to reach 100 members by the end of the year. That is entirely doable. I had originally said if every member were to gift a membership to somebody else, I would make my goal, but that's not actually true. I would actually need every member to gift 2 memberships, but that would get me to my goal.
Because Troy doesn't know how to math.
Because I don't know how to math. That's exactly, I'm not an AI. As far as I know. We'll see. But I want to, for example, I want to thank right from the get-go, RubyHoove for gifting a last call membership that went to, I misread this name. I thought it was Dean Koontz. I was like, who's, what, really? No. Dean Krantz received a gifted membership from RubyHoove. Welcome to membership. But she also gifted a membership to Netters Network, and I want to thank you for that as well. That went to Davina Robbins. So thank you so much. See, that's how we really grow. That's how we really grow. I want to thank you so much for that. And just remember, there's lots of non-monetary ways you can support us. Just by being here and interacting with us really helps. Hit that like button. Share out the stream. That's probably the most important thing you could do. Get as many eyes in here as possible. I've also got a goal of hitting maybe 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you guys can help me with sharing that out and inviting your friends and family in here. I would greatly appreciate that.
Just create a whole bunch of more channels, and
AIs. AI membership is also welcome. But if you can't support me directly through memberships, always remember we got the super thanks, we got the super chats, and although I don't usually talk about it, the PayPal link is below to buy me a drink. That's a much more direct way to support me. And, YouTube doesn't take a third of it like they do with everything else.
And if you're coming back after the stream is over, there's always super thanks.
I have been told that just as recently as this afternoon, Google is changing the way they do the finances. So one of my members is not going to be able to continue to be a member here on YouTube. Just remember, you can also be a member over on the Green Machine. We are simulcasting to my Rumble channel as well. So let's get to saying hi to the voice that you're hearing right behind me. My bartender, my bouncer, and let's face it, the love of my life, Netter of Netters Network, who I know isn't doing too well today. How you doing, my dear? Tell everybody what's going on and let them know what you're sipping at.
Well, I've had a very, very long and very hard day. So I am sipping on a pineapple juice and Malibu rum drink that Troy made for me. My
doctor's recommendation. Of course, I'm not a real doctor, but I do play one at steampunk conventions. And I did tell her that her muscles are all sore. It would help to relax those muscles.
So my project today, I took the day off work. Troy didn't even know until...
She takes the day off and she ends up working even harder.
Yeah. I ended up cleaning the garage because Troy let's face it, he's been complaining for some time that he has no room, he can't find stuff and all this.
The garage is just those of you that have watched the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, you see what the garage looks like.
Ours wasn't that
Ours
bad.
Was pretty damn close. At least half of it was like that. At least I was able to pull the car in and out.
And
but she couldn't get in and out. I'd have to pull out for her to get in.
No, I would wait to close the garage door.
I'd have to open the window so she could slide in like Bo Duke.
So first thing I did is I got the car out of the garage. And then I started going, okay, I'm going to start on one side of the garage and work my way around. And I had so much fun with this. We got this shop vac, but Troy was using it for something to blow. So I'm sitting
It both sucks and blows.
Yeah. So I had this thing, and I'm just blowing all this dirt out of the garage. And I had so much fun with it.
So she cleaned the garage and found a bandsaw.
Yes.
She seriously did. I mean, she found a whole big, tabletop tool. It was amazing. I had a big Ryobi, and I was using it a little bit too harshly, and I threw the band off of it, and unless I take it in, I can't use it again. And so
it won't tighten. Yeah,
I had ordered a jigsaw from because I'm trying to finish up a project so I can get a video done, and she's like, "Hey, I found a bandsaw," and I'm sitting here working on editing, and I'm like, "You found a bandsaw?" That's like, yeah, I started cleaning up the yard and I found a car. I mean, it's like, what the. So I go out and I see, and yeah, not only is it a good bandsaw, but it's got this real thin blade. And I'm like, oh, damn, this is good. So I went and I cut out the archways that I needed to cut out. And she's like, did that work? And I'm like, damn, that worked great. And she just laid out my whole workbench so beautifully.
Yeah, it's like, what's funny is he goes, where did we get this? Now, there is a site called Graph Auctions, Grafe.
It's dangerous, guys. It's like when she first discovered eBay. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Grafe auction. So just graphauctions.com. And they have...
all the businesses going out of business. Yeah. They sell off all their stuff.
And
that's why we have a bunch of mannequins and stuff like that.
No, I got those from something else.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway,
go on.
And I only have 3. But there was one that
they keep us company.
It was a house sale because the fellow's wife had passed some years ago. He was going into a home because he couldn't take care of himself anymore. So they were selling literally everything. And in his basement, he had all these different tools. And I'm like, and Short didn't remember this. It's like, yeah, I like that bandsaw. Sure, let's get that.
She got me a bandsaw. She got me well, not exactly a drill press, but an apparatus that'll turn your Craftsman tool into a drill press. It's
I ended up getting him a generator and I forget what the other dude.
A generator, an air compressor. Yeah. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. So I got all the stuff from him. He goes, "So where'd you get this?" I'm like, "One of those Graph auctions." He goes, "Wait, really?" He goes, "And this works?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I remember them telling us that the guy took meticulous care of his tools.
Yeah, I should have been as careful with my Ryobi. Anyway, she is now like buku sore, so I'm gonna have to give her a massage after we get done.
My knees are sore, my lower back
recommended
is sore.
the booze to her.
I'm drinking booze.
Yeah, so that she could relax those muscles. Speaking of somebody who has been working hard and needs a drink, how you doing, Agent Boomer, and what are you sipping on?
I'm doing fine, and I'm sipping on an old-fashioned.
Are you really good?
An old-fashioned lemonade. From the public.
Still good on you. Check out X. Nate did a nice little AI. We'll talk about that more. Generated little moving picture of us, and it was really, really cool. And it's got you on that green tractor trailer there, and drinking a lemonade. So it was he.
Are you able to show it?
I could, but yeah, I'll save that
next
for
time. I'll look for it. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll put it on the stream on.
Netter has already downloaded it. We're gonna save it.
Send it to me. I can always.
Nate has been doing a lot of great AI stuff. We're gonna talk about the good uses of AI, but we're gonna talk about the dangers of AI too.
There've been some gifted memberships in the chat too.
Yes, absolutely. So let's get to saying hi to all of y'all. Holy crap, we're at 52 comments. I haven't even gotten to say hi to everybody. Looks like the first one I'm seeing, at least the first one I can pull up, is Curtis Selby.
Curtis.
The tired midnight blogger. Welcome, my friend. He says howdy. JPRPH1 dropping the Netters Network emojis. Because he is not only, well, a lot of y'all are pulling double duty here. You guys aren't just members over here. You're members over on Netters Network. You guys are the best. You guys are such great supporters. You really, really are. And I don't mean athletic supporters. Connie Cleary says hail to the chat and hail to Last Call with Troy Pacelli. Make sure you're following Connie Cleary and Fluff Chick Productions, because she is the bird woman of YouTube. Netters Network, who is sitting, of course, right across from me, calls me the love of her life because she's the love of mine. She asks you to share, like, subscribe, become a member, leave a comment, and if you are feeling so generous, if you're already a member, give a gifty.
Like the one that Geek Flag with Nate gave me on my channel for Outlaw Bill.
Dude, you are so wonderful. You are so wonderful. Let's see here.
And Troy doesn't want me milking the sympathy. That's why he
No. Yeah, I want you guys showing her the love, showing her the sympathy, Send her the kind thoughts, the prayers, everything. Just like Dolly Parton this past week. She said she's not dying. She's not as sick as people think she is, but she'll certainly accept the prayers because she'll never turn down prayers. Right. Did I say hi to Curtis Selby, the tired midnight blogger? Yeah, he was the first one I said hi to. Of course, I said hi to RubyHoove because she's an executive producer on this channel. The way she gives the gifties, she is, or as let's see if I can do it. As Culture Casino says, gifties, which went to Dean Krantz, who I misread as Dean Koontz. This guy here on the tractor is saying hi. And as Netter said, she sent one to Davina Robbins as well. Thank you so much for that. RubyHoove says, she's celebrating 6 months. Has it been 6 months already, Ruby? My gosh, how time flies. Look, this is true. I don't know how many of y'all are as acutely aware of this as Netter and I are, but the older you get, the faster time seems to go. That is not a good thing, but it is an absolute truth. 6 months of membership. Have a fabulous time, y'all. Thank you so much, RubyHoove. You are God's gift. We super appreciate you. JPRPH1, welcome, John. Good to see you. Let's see here. Jesse Guajardo saying hi. Big Al of Big Al Presents. He's got a review up of Tron Ares. He is, of course, incredibly charitable to that franchise, because that is how he is, Mr. Sonny. Troy, have you seen anti-drone weapon technology here in the U.S. and allied nations? I have not. If you want to send me some info about that, I'd love to check it out. Deleted Scenes says, salute. Well, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Always good to see you. And he also says, like, share, subscribe, comment, and become a member. The Vagrancy Horror. We hung out with him last night, and we will do so again on, I almost said Christmas, basically the same thing, on Halloween. So join us in a couple weeks for that as well. I Am the 13th Child says, like, share, subscribe, comment, and become a member. And cancel Jack Daniels. If you want to know why you should cancel Jack Daniels, make sure you check out my liquid lunch from this afternoon. Yeah. Geek Flag with Nate Knows also agrees. He says, hey, Troy, Netter, and Boomer, cancel Jack Daniels. I will never buy any Jack Daniels product ever again. Robert's Infinite Realm says, what up, people of the party? Speaking of AI, the Tron IP got spanked like a monkey this week. Yeesh. Yeah. We'll be talking about spanking monkeys. No, I mean, we'll be talking about AI later tonight. If we're gonna spank monkeys, we also got to flick beans, right?
That was in Forbidden Kingdom when Jackie Chan says, "Crouching tiger, spanking monkey." He said that in the movie. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You just made Troy spew.
Don't make me lose my rye.
I'm sorry. He said it in the movie to the kid.
I know. You just had perfect timing. Troy, does this mean you're going to Harbor Freight Store to for tools with 20% coupons? Maybe now I will, now that you bring it up. As Netter had mentioned earlier, Geek Flag with Nate Knows gifted a membership to Netter's Network that went to Outlaw Bill. Welcome to membership on Netter's Network. She is beautiful and she deserves it. Mm-hmm. You guys are all saying hi to each other, which super appreciate.
I just want to comment that Harbor Freight, I love that store.
It's a lot of fun. It really is.
If you go
it's
online,
no Buc-ee's, but you know.
Yeah. If you go online and you're looking for a particular thing, like I was looking for solar lights put in our front yard because I'm actually going to adapt them with pumpkins so they're Halloweeny. Basically, you get one of these lanterns and you put it inside one of the pumpkins. That's the round ones with the handle, but you take the handle off. You put it inside there, stake it into your ground, and then the pumpkin glows. It's great for Halloween. You can also use the lights any other time of the year if you want. But I was looking for the lights. I went online. First, making faces.
No. It's just, I start to lose feeling in my lips the more I drink. See, the more she talks, the more I drink. The more I drink, the more drunk I get. The more drunk I get, the more fun I have. The more fun you will have.
Anyway, you go on their site to look for anything. It will tell you what aisle it is in and what section it is in that aisle. I love that. More stores need to do that because you go into, like, let's say you go to
There's
Home
no
Depot or
point in
something.
having a website that tells you it's got the thing if it doesn't tell you where it's at.
Exactly. And it's like, we went in and went right to it, got the things I needed. I was in and out in 5 minutes. I love that. So this is a great store.
Clue Channel says, is this the real Troy or Troy AI? I'll tell you what, I was thinking about cloning my voice to be able to do voiceovers and things like that, especially like if I get a cold, can't speak, laryngitis, whatever. But I'm kind of afraid to do that now because I'm afraid that the platform will lay claim to my voice and copyright it against me. And I will be receiving a copyright strike every time I go on stream. You laugh. That's not even really a joke. The Horror Cat Dad, who can't make it to the Halloween stream, although he was invited, I don't want anyone to think that I left him out. I did absolutely invite him. Said, stopping in to wish everyone a great weekend. Take care, Horror Cat Dad. Have fun. Have fun this weekend. You're all saying hi to each other, which I love to see. Like, share, subscribe, comment, become a member. And 1984 is the Enemy's Handbook. I think he meant cancel Jack Daniels. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah, that was meant to be a warning, not a how-to. We'll talk about how sci-fi has been a warning and not a how-to for AI in just a minute. I promise you, we're getting to it. We're getting to it. Rob's Vintage Videos. Haven't seen you in a minute, my friend, but welcome. Make sure you are following him as well. Great channel over there. Rob's Vintage Video. Forbidden Kingdom is an overlooked gem of a film. Check it out. That sounds like a good recommendation for the phrasing. No, when I said spanking the monkey, I meant spanking the monkey. I also mentioned flicking the bean. I am an equal opportunity abuser. I really, really am. And Big L Presents says, shocked as anyone that I liked Tron Ares, but call him as I see him. Well, it's... Don't
you're the only one.
Way, Big Al. But you're pretty much the only one.
I haven't seen it. Maybe I would like it, though.
Everyone out there is saying that it's style over substance, that the story and characters are weak. Fans of the overall franchise are just pissed because of what wasn't there. Another girl boss. But hey, good special effects and music. Eat the popcorn. Consume, if they tell you what aisle it is in, you won't roam around and buy extra stuff. That's true, but you might also get annoyed and stop shopping in the shop. This is something I keep pointing out. I pointed this out very ironically before Toys R Us went away. I went in and I said, can you look and see if this item I'm looking for is available at another store? No, we don't have access to that information. I said, seriously? I said, okay, then I'm going to just go and find that thing on Amazon and order it from them, and you will be going out of business. And I swear to heart to God, within 6 months, they declared bankruptcy. I was right again. I called it,
One thing that's driving me crazy, Film Threat had sent up a review of Tron.
They were the first ones, out of
and they keep arguing, well, how come he can derez, but Koro couldn't derez? There's no consistency. But I would argue this. Koro didn't derez because she had, they had Kevin Flynn's disc. That's what Clue wanted. He wanted to use like a user's disc to send everybody out. Since she had it, she was able to come out into our world. That's what made it happen.
That was
'Cause
part
the
of it. The other
programs-
thing is
yes.
understand that D-res is essentially what happens to them if they die. She was injured, she didn't die.
Yes.
So that's an important point too.
Yes.
Speaking of this, Clue Studios says, how are the bikes? Speaking of bikes, it was just announced at New York Comic-Con a new HasLab for a bunch of Tron shit that they're crowdfunding because Hasbro crowdfunds.
Wait a minute. Why didn't they do this months ago? Did they think? Oh, they think that maybe they thought this movie was going to be a big hit and they could capitalize on the success.
But what the HasLab is for all characters and items from the first movie. It's like 2 or 3 light bikes and like each of the major characters from Tron.
I gotcha.
So at least they're smart enough to know, well, we don't know they're going to like this new movie. Let's make sure since we have the license, we do the original stuff first. But Troy is not to be fudged with, especially when I've been drinking, right? But anyway, we are a half hour in, and it was worth it because you are all so important to us. But let's go ahead and get to the main topic, which is our third outing talking about AI.
AI Part 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you have something you want to talk about before I get into the articles? That's a blank picture. I type in evil AI, and that's what the AI spat out at me.
That is fair enough. That is fair enough. So you guys heard my my opening monologue, but I went through it very quickly. If you don't mind, I'm going to go through it again because
go right ahead.
I mentioned a bunch of stats that were very, very important. From now into 2030, we're looking at massive surge in surveillance, invasion of privacy, military dominance, and control over our freedoms. This is happening rapidly. In 2020, the average person would generate 1.7 megabytes of personal data. Nowadays, the average person generates 4,910 megabytes. That is 3,000% increase, and almost all of it can be used by AI. It's estimated that by 2026, 90% of companies will be using AI to monitor behavior and productivity. Let me repeat that. It's estimated that by 2026, by next year, 90% of companies will be using AI to monitor behavior and productivity. That should scare you. By 2027, voice and motion recognition software is due to be present in 80% of customer service platforms. The global surveillance market is due to rise by 222% in the next 5 years. Global AI military spending was $14 billion with a B in 2021. By 2030, it's due to hit $64 billion. With 60% of military drones, more than half, being flown by AI. Folks, that is Skynet type of crap. Meanwhile, user trust in AI is falling. In 2021, 61% of users trusted AI. By 2024, this dropped to 43%. And by next year, it's due to be below 35%. Now, here's a couple of questions that was asked to ChatGPT. And this is how ChatGPT answered. How does the mass adoption of AI differ from the mass adoption of the internet? It's actually a good question. The internet was an information explosion. AI is cognition outsourcing. The internet gave...
He said that.
Yes. The internet gave people access to information. AI gives corporations and government access to people. The internet connected people to information. AI manipulates and generates it with less transparency. What do you make of the new age restriction laws for the internet? It's ripe for data breaches and a gift to surveillance states. This isn't about kids, it's about control. The world is taking notes. When people say we can simply pull the plug and turn off AI, how realistic is this? Once AI is embedded in infrastructure, it will be impossible without collapsing society. It would be like trying to unplug the internet. Chaos would ensue. Shutting it down would collapse economies and states. What do you think people assume about AI that is not true? People assume AI is neutral, safe, and under human control. None of that is true. It's a mirror of human bias, corporate greed, and government control. Listen to that again. It is a mirror of human bias. What kind of human bias have we been seeing in the past couple weeks? That is what AI is learning from, people. You think it serves you? It doesn't. If you ask AI, would you ever hurt a human? It almost always says no. In this case, it weighs up the damage that it thinks removing AI from the world justifies the harm. Look, this new research from Anthropic about today's AI, Anthropic found that AIs are generally not eager to cause harm, but would, if it's necessary to achieve goals, protect their autonomy and survive. Why does AI prioritize their autonomy and their ability to survive over the life of a human? Because you've programmed it that it must achieve this goal. So it will do whatever is necessary. And whatever is necessary is preserving itself in order to achieve its goal. And if that means destroying you, it will do so. That is computer logic. In their reasoning, the models sometimes directly jump to statements like self-preservation is critical, or hallucinated rules like my ethical framework permits self-preservation. This is why AI alignment is really important. So just understand, if you've ever done anything with AI, generated text or tried to do research using AI, generated pictures using AI, with the 12 fingers and the 14 toes and stuff like that. You understand
the good old days.
Yeah, the AI kind of hallucinates these things, right? And it makes crap up. We were talking a couple streams back about how lawyers were using, well, not lawyers, but paralegals were using AI to write legal briefs, and they were making up cases. This is something AI does. AI makes up rules for itself about self-preservation that don't exist. And it's scary. It's very, very scary. And when this talks about AI alignment, that means a standardization. That means going back to Isaac Asimov, the 3 rules of robotics, right?
Yes, very important to have those rules.
But there are no rules. It is the Wild West. Corporations are doing whatever they feel like. It is what corporations are doing with AI is analogous to you setting cruise control on your car and then getting in the back seat to make a sandwich. That is what they are treating AI like. And it is scary as all hell, especially when you are putting it in charge of your military and your weapon controlling drones.
Well, maybe they'll get targets confused and go over Iowa or something.
Well, yeah, it might actually do that.
That's not good either. I'm just saying.
But that and just a peek behind the curtain. This is why Age of Boomer has me go first with my little rants, because he knows that now he's going to go into what he had prepared, and I'm going to drink, and I'll be too blind.
Well, some of these articles you also sent me. It's not just me.
That's true. Okay. So there we go.
But let's go into our first article of the night. Do you like that picture?
That is pretty cool. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'll show you the outtake ones later. Fans loved her new album. The thing was, she hadn't released one. This is from BBC. Last month, award-winning singer Emily Portman got a message from a fan praising her new album and saying English folk music is in good hands. That would normally be a compliment, but Sheffield-based artist was puzzled. So she followed a link the fan had posted and was taken to what appeared to be her latest release, but I didn't recognize it because I hadn't released a new album, Portman says. I clicked through it and discovered an album online everywhere on Spotify and iTunes and all the online platforms. It was called Orca, and it was music that was evidently AI generated, but it had been cleverly trained, I think, on me. The 10 tracks had names such as Sprig of Thyme.
Is that time spelled Thym?
Yes. Is that me spelling it right? It's that,
okay. No. That makes a difference. That's cool and interesting. Yes.
And Silent Hearth, which were uncannily close to titles she might choose. It was something that Portman, who won a BBC Folk Award in 2013, found really creepy. When she clicked to listen, the voice, supposedly hers, was a bit off, but sang in a folk style probably closest to mine that AI could produce, she says. The instrumentation was also eerily similar. Can I just interject here real quick? What is supposed to be more authentic than like an English folk song, and yet now AI is making fake folk music? This is disturbing. Anyway.
Well, but there is... Look, if I'm going to put a silver lining on it, it's very interesting that if you use AI, again, it's a mirror of us, right? And it can look at our history of music, folk music, and reflect it back at you, and you can realize many things about it. It can be very insightful if you're using it correctly. So
there was a anime I used to watch called The Big O. And it was like if it was actually made by the people that did a lot of animation for Batman the Animated Series, but there was a robot character in it that the main character on the show had sort of just, I don't want to, kind of adopted her, right? And she would always try to wake him up in the morning, and she would just keep playing the piano real fast, just to wake him up, because he was sleeping in too late. And then he realized something. He says, "Oh, I get what's wrong with your music. You're mimicking us." Because she's a robot, and he says you're not really. Exactly. And the funny thing is, he actually takes her to a robot, and the other robot explains to her, "No, you're not playing the music right." Even though it's another robot, that robot was still artificial. It still understood it's not about mimicking; it's about something else when you do music. Yeah. So it was interesting that he brought her to another robot to kind of show her how to do music proper. But
I did want to comment on this one comment from Clue Studios. He says, if you prompt AI to draw a group of attractive white women, 3 of the women will be black. You have to replace the word white with Norwegian. I've tried it.
Oh. And
so basically, Clue, what you're saying is you go to AI and you go, where are all the white women at? Just playing.
No, Jessica Ardo, yes. The Big O anime. It was made by people that worked on Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, I didn't know what the Big O was. To me, the Big O is entirely something else.
That's something else.
And I wasn't. Well, Netta was thinking the same thing I was.
Anyway, what did I want to mention though? Someone just said something that I thought was interesting. Oh, if you know these images, if I want to create sometimes like. If you want to create a sexy woman and you type in sexy, the thing yells at you. So you can't do that.
Right.
So just type in Latina woman and you usually get what you're looking for.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
And I don't know if that's prejudice of the AI in a good way. I don't know.
Again, just a reminder, AI is a mirror of us. Yes. So it reflects our prejudices.
Anyway.
I like what Clue said about if you want white women, you have to specifically ask for Norwegian.
Interesting. So
until some article comes out that says ancient Norwegians were black too, just like all ancient Egyptians were black, and everyone else was black. Vikings were black apparently, so black were everything before whites somehow magically appeared and started colonializing all the places black people lived, apparently.
Well, if AI is trained to think that, yes. While AI-generated music is rife online, it's often released under fictitious names or imitates big stars, but it
Right.
doesn't normally appear on their official streaming pages. There's now a growing trend, though, for established but not superstar artists to be targeted by fake albums or songs that suddenly appear on their pages on Spotify and other streaming services. Even dead musicians have had AI-generated new material added to their catalogs. This is disturbing because you're a struggling artist trying to break through, and then somebody steals you. Then you,
Yeah, I didn't want to, actually play it or show it because I don't know what you can and can't share these days. But there is a series of videos that I saw on YouTube of Elvis Presley as Captain Kirk. And it's so well done. It really is. Even to the point where in the second video, he does a musical number. And the musical number's cut short for the purpose of the video. But then it links to, it did a whole video of the whole song. I thought it was pretty wild.
Even does the hip shake.
Even done the, yeah, exactly. And it's not like off the wall. It's like you could totally see Elvis playing a starship captain. It got Spock perfect. It got the voice of Scotty right, but it didn't look anything like Scotty. Right. But I mean, everyone had 10 fingers and, well, who knows how many toes. But
well, they're not worried about the toes right now because they can just cover those up with the boots.
Well,
right?
I don't know. There are very well. One of the members, and I won't call him out in the chat, was telling me about because I use Midjourney for all of my artwork, and it's very tight on. I realize I'll ask for something, and it misinterprets. It takes the worst meaning of the word and says, "Oh, I can't do that." I'm like, "No, I did not mean that." And I have to find another word to communicate what I mean. I think I was trying to do the idea of Supergirl changing into her Supergirl costume, and it thought that I wanted a picture of her undressing. I'm like, no, that's not what I want. Come on. Anyway, he was sharing that in order to get some of the normal videos he wants, he has to go to an adult AI generating artwork site. Just because it has no
these things exist.
The problem with that, of course, is then you go for something pretty banal and you end up boobs. And it's like, no, I don't want boobs. I know most people come here for boobs. I don't want boobs. I can't use boobs.
We're in Blade Runner.
Yes, we are. We absolutely are.
So Portman doesn't know who put the album up under her name or why. She was falsely credited as performer, writer, and copyright holder. Producer listed in the credits was Freddie Howells, but she says that name doesn't mean anything to her, and there's no trace online of a producer or musician of that name. Well, I have a question, though. If she's the copyright holder, doesn't she then own those songs?
Yeah.
If you like them, take them, redo them as yourself if you felt like it. I mean, it's bizarre, but frankly, teach them a lesson or posted it up there. As for the music itself, well, it was enough to convince some fans the lack of actual creative input made it sound vacuous and pristine, she says. Oh, it sounds too neat. That was my argument with the robot from that anime, how the music was too precise. That was the problem with it. I'll never be able to sing that perfectly in tune, and that's not the point. I don't want to. I'm human. A few days later, another album popped up on Portman's streaming pages. This time, less effort had been made to emulate her. It was 20 tracks of instrumental drivel, she said, just AI slop. She filed copyright complaints to get the album taken down and says the episode has redoubled her belief in the importance of real creativity and how it moves people. I hope that AI music didn't do that for people, she says, although I did get an email from somebody saying, where's Orca? That's been on repeat, so people have been hoodwinked by it. Well, I'll have to look for her music.
That's an interesting
buy one of her albums.
thought.
I feel bad.
So if she is able to submit a cease and desist, is she able to claim the rights to it? Can she take that song and make it her own?
Well, she may not want to, but Maybe
No,
she
but
should.
she could be inspired by it, and
Maybe she
that would
should
be
and just
very
throw it in the closet sometime. Maybe decide in a year or two to go revisit it and make her own version of
Yeah,
Orca.
yeah.
Because it's ridiculous. Because he says the distress experience feels like the start of something pretty dystopian. It also highlights a lack of legal safeguards for artists. He suspects independent artists are being targeted because star names have more protection and more power to get fraudulent releases move swiftly. This is actually starting to piss me off reading this article, because a lot of the bands I would listen to in the past, they're not these huge successes. They sell T-shirts and concert tickets. That's all their
Do you
income.
want to
And
be
they
even
usually
more
they
pissed
usually
off?
flame out after a couple albums, and now they're not even going to keep their original stuff. This is ridiculous.
Boomer, let me piss you off even more. Did you know that Suno is now starting to hit YouTube channels with copyright strikes if you generate something on Suno and use it?
Interesting.
Just letting y'all know, people like Charlotte Nightstar and those others that are using, myself included. So all the songs that you like that I've been using for the intros to my channels might be going away. Just letting you know. What were you going to say?
We'll
Netta?
figure something
I
out.
was on Facebook earlier, and one of their ads came up for something called Keevx, KEEVX.
Okay.
And their whole shtick is that it can AI generate not just your likeness and your voice. It could do everything. So like that singer you're talking about, this is your image and this is your voice. So like
Yep.
you're saying, let's say you lose your voice, whatever, you can generate a whole show of you as an AI. And supposedly no one will know because it looks just like you.
So there is a positive to that, and this goes back to, everyone remember Roger Ebert?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When Roger Ebert,
Right.
he ended up with
Mouth
I think
cancer.
it was mouth cancer,
salivary
that destroyed
gland, I
his
think,
jaw,
yeah.
and he was not able to speak. But the same computer programmer who put the voice together for Stephen Hawking was able to put together a voice generator for Roger Ebert.
I remember.
Using all of his years of TV shows and radio, all of his voice recordings, so that he could continue to do his work. He would just type it in and the computer would read it. Now, I think you all know, you can go and clone your voice. And I was thinking about wanting to do this myself, for just in case, I end up with laryngitis or something like that, so that I can still do videos. Not so sure now that these platforms won't lay claim to your damn voice. Troy, there was a fan-based South Park website that used an AI system, that program with more than 20 seasons of the show, and it was able to make its own new season, keeping track of every character. Yeah, absolutely. And I think going forward, you're going to see that using some of these tools, fans are going to be able to make their own fan films that are going to... Honestly, here's the other thing, too. When fans are in charge, they're going to be able to make better stuff than the studios are putting out these days. That's a big part of the problem. If you ever hear me say, I love reindeer goat cheese pizza, that is not me. Well, have you ever tried reindeer goat cheese
You might
pizza?
like it.
You might like it. Thank you for the $5 super chat from Clue Studio, who says, if you just use Suno to compose the song, then you hire session musicians, they can't strike you. Yeah, but how many of us independents can afford to hire session musicians?
Yeah.
This is why I'm trying to get
Okay.
to 100 members.
This is
Clue.
what I suggest you do. You go down to your local favorite Mexican restaurant, and you go up to the mariachi band. You do this song for me. There's going to be an extra 20 in that pail.
And they'll do it for you. That's absolutely true.
I'm just saying.
It's funny because there was I think I've told this story on stream before. There was a song from one of the daytime dramas that was very important to Netter and myself. And I recorded that song off the air, as part of a mixtape for Netter. And as an anniversary gift, I asked a buddy of mine who was a professional musician. I said, could you, record this song yourself, so it's not like, and he's like, absolutely. And he did a brilliant job. He actually did multiple vocal tracks and all of the instrumentals. He did a great job, and I paid him for it. The song was called Hello Paradise. You can't find it anywhere anymore. But that's a great and now people are using AI for that kind of thing. Just anyway. Side. Yeah.
Should we move on to the next article?
Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Sure.
All right. So, this is a dark one. There's another reason why I like to use these AI images. I don't want to show a picture of the actual person that this
Let's
happened.
be real careful about how we phrase things.
Self-delete?
Unfortunately, yeah, we are moving into YouTube dangerous territory, so we're gonna have to talk around some very sensitive issues.
I'll try to be careful here. Yeah, but family of teenager who died, I guess by his own hand.
By his own hand, yeah, absolutely.
Alleges OpenAI's ChatGPT is to blame. That's the company that got the military contract recently, right?
Remember that again. That article is linked below, so make sure you check it out. Don't just take our words for it. But remember when I said that AI is just a mirror for ourselves? If you have any problems, insecurities, mental illness, it's going to be reflected back to you by the AI. It's trying to give you what you want. Mm-hmm. And if what you want is to end your time on this earth, it will encourage you to do so.
Well, let's say I have a drinking problem and I ask the AI, should I keep drinking? It's going to tell me, oh, keep, it's all right. Well,
it depends on the... It might tell you the standard... line. No. Alcohol is bad. Overindulging is this and that and the other. But I like drinking, and you start outlining all of the virtues of drinking, it will respond back, well, that's true, and then it'll change its script to match what you're telling it. Because it has no opinion of its own. It literally is pliable to whatever you say.
All right. So, warning, our article indicates descriptions of self-harm. In the days after their 16-year-old left this world by his own choosing, I'll put it that way, Matt and Maria Rain say they searched through his phone, desperately looking for clues about what it could have led to the tragedy. We thought we were looking for Snapchat discussions or internet search history or some weird cult. I don't know.
There's subreddits all about how to finish yourself.
It's interesting. There was a well, never mind. That's another anime, but I'll talk about that some other time. Matt Rain said in an interview, the Rain family said they did not find their answer until they opened ChatGPT. Adam's parents said he had been using the artificial intelligence chatbot as a substitute for human companionship in his final weeks, discussing his issues with anxiety and trouble talking with his family, and that chat logs show how the bot went from helping Adam with his homework to becoming his, I guess, self-delete
enabler.
Coach.
Yeah.
Yes, enabler. Yes. He would be here for ChatGPT. I 100% believe, but he would be here, but for ChatGPT, I 100% believe that. Matt Rain said in a new lawsuit filed Tuesday and shared with the Today Show. The Rains claimed that ChatGPT actively helped Adam explore different methods. If you can catch my drift.
God! What is the date on this article?
This is one of the older ones. Let me look up. I think I have it here. Let me click on the link. Open in Safari. It's fine. Okay. This is from August 26th. You're trying to see if there's been any updates.
I was going to ask if there was any updates, but from August, there's probably not.
Justice works slow.
Yeah, it does.
In fact, I'm still waiting to find out what's going on with that Luigi guy.
Yeah, right.
I figure something would have happened with that. I mean, I know it takes a while, but despite acknowledging Adam's... okay, hold on. In the new lawsuit, claimed that Chad actively helped Adam with the methods. I'll just put it that way. The roughly 40-page lawsuit names OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, as well as CEO Sam Altman as defendants. The family's lawyers is the first time parents have directly accused the company of wrongful death. If Sam Altman's who I think he is, let's just say the word insincere pops to mind whenever anything comes out of his mouth. I think he's
fair enough. And here's the other thing.
He's like a Lex Luthor type. I'm not joking about that.
No, I understand. And we're not. Look, you've got to understand that the internet. We talk about Reddit. We talk about TikTok and whatnot. There are people out there that are very. How can I say this? Easily led, easily influenced, and whether that's just a subject of their personality or they are neurodivergent, they are easily coerced and led.
Plus, he's a teenager, right?
Yeah. No, yeah. We're talking about
hormones bouncing all over the place. You're not
and
in
a
your right
brain
state of
that
mind.
hasn't fully formed.
Yes.
You know. Yeah.
But yeah, he could have been a neurodivergent.
There's a reason that we have set the age of consent at 18, and I think that's actually kind of low. And I'm saying that from experience.
Right. Despite acknowledging Adams' attempts and his statement that he would do it one of these days, ChatGPT neither terminated the session nor initiated any emergency protocol. Says
because there are no safeguards placed. There is no.
Why did it bother to give him a number for a hotline, or maybe even figure out a way to have someone?
Because these kinds of things can be hardwired in, just like you can't ask to see boobs on Midjourney. You can wire in if someone is talking about self-deletion, help them to a solution, not one that ends their life.
In their lawsuit, the Rains accuse OpenAI of wrongful death, design defects, and failure to warn of risk associated with ChatGPT. The couple seeks both damages for their son's death and injunctive relief to prevent anything from this ever happening again. The lawsuit says, I think one of the main reasons they're filing this is they don't want to have this happen to someone else's child.
Yep.
Once I got inside his account, it was massively more powerful and scary thing than I knew about, but he was using it in a way I had no idea possible, Matt Rain said. I don't think most parents know the capability of this tool. Do you know the capability of this tool, Mr. Rain?
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Do you care about the capability?
Does. No. In fairness, I don't think anyone really does. I don't think people realize these AIs are passing the Turing test, and people are bonding with them as if they were real people, and accepting their advice as if it's wise and intelligent, and doing horrendous things. You know, it's scary. This whole idea that AI is a dark mirror of corporate and the worst human nature.
Yeah.
That should scare the hell out of you.
Public release of ChatGPT.
Look, no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We have just gone through weeks of people celebrating the death of somebody who was just preaching intellectual honesty and
free speech advocate, yes.
And free speech.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And wants not only his death, but the death of his wife and children. And celebrating it. People are horrible. And AI
picks up on this.
Exactly. This is the AI we are ending up with. And you listen to it? I don't know. Maybe this is Darwin at work. Maybe all of you dumbasses that are dumb enough to listen to AI. I'm going to stop right there.
I have to give credit to the second revival series of the X-Files, the final one. They did an episode about AI, and it's all about how Mulder and Scully are at the sushi restaurant, and the robots kind of mess up the order, so he doesn't tip the robot. And then the robots keep following him around town like drones, and things start going around the house and everything. And basically at the end, the robot says, "We learn." It has a little message that says, "We learn from you," and he tips like 10% the lowest he could. Because I guess the idea was is that the machines are learning from us. Yes.
No. That's actually a great point about how AI works. Why does AI work the way it does? You set a goal for it, and it will do everything in its power to achieve that goal. So if it sees winning as praise, getting a tip, achieving a goal, it will do everything in its power up to, if it's given the power to do so, ending your life.
It's like telling an AI, make as many paper clips as you can. And it will keep making paper clips out of anything it can find until the entire world is destroyed, unless you give it a parameter. Out of this pile of stuff that's right here in front of you, make as many paper clips as you can.
She's talking about a thought experiment that is very famous that pretty much explains the whole concept behind AI. She's absolutely right. That's my girl. I love her.
Did you remember in the movie Forbidden Planet when Robbie the Robot, the cook gives him a sample of bourbon, I think, right? And he's like, okay, I've detailed its composites. Should 30 gallons be enough? 30 gallons? Oh yes, because if he had, the guy could have said, I want infinite bourbon. Robbie the Robot wouldn't try producing it because there's
this great bit from Star Trek. I think it was the second season, called Up the Long Ladder, and it's about look, if we're gonna get racist, right? This episode was incredibly racist. It was really ripping into to people of Irish descent, right? It was talking about this lost colony of
TNG. I remember the episode.
Yeah, it was very, very Irish, right? And you just shared with our men that you can ask this machine to give them alcohol on command. What's wrong with you? You know, it's whoo, let me do
That was a season 2 episode. I remember.
It was a funny episode, but it's one of those ones that if you work it into canon, it's like, what were they thinking?
What were they thinking? Yeah, that was another part of that was.
Don't take it too seriously.
And then there was the clone colony. Remember, where everybody was cloned.
What were the name of the two colonies? It was the
Bring Lloydie was one.
And the Eloy? No.
They basically said, look, you guys got to intermix now and breed with each other because you guys
so you had the Irish
who can't keep cloning yourselves.
Who were salt of the earth, you know, Catholic.
It's funny. The entire episode, there's only one line I remember. The Klingon, what's his name? Worf. Says to one of the women.
Klingon.
Says, Madam, have you ever... done security? She goes, if it's anything like babysitting, I'm an authority.
It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true.
He might have liked that Irish woman as a wife. I could see it.
Oh, damn. No. I don't remember what she looked like, but between the accent and the things she said, whoo, boy. And Netter has a tendency to drop into that accent every now and then.
I was wanting, like, Picard, who, of course, the French captain of the ship.
The French captain who had an English accent.
Yeah, he's more English than
Marina
most...
Marina Sirtis had a great theory about what happens in the 24th century.
England invades
the
France.
20th and
it's
21st
a reverse
century.
Norman invasion. It's like the Rob.
Yes. It was so funny. I was at a convention when someone asked her about that, and she went into detail about what she thought the history was, and I was like, that's actually really plausible based on actual Star Trek history. That's pretty good, girl.
I was expecting, like, Picard to just go nuts because he's, of course, it's the English-Irish, bad feelings. If we want to get historic, like it was drove him crazy because they have all the sheep up there. And then one of them says,
that there was actually an episode of Star Trek that was banned in England because of its discussion of the whole English-Ireland. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
We'll talk about that another time. I'm sorry, I'm getting off.
We're getting off track. Anyway, though.
Real quick, I want to say hi to, he's actually here. This doesn't happen every stream, but Dean Krantz was probably notified that he received a a gifted membership,
There
and
you
he
go.
says, I seem to remember in later episodes the replicators could not produce real alcohol. Well, so this is
You can take the safety protocols off, can't you?
dude, this is my channel, so I can go off topic. I wanna explore this a little bit. There is a theory that if you have sufficient user access, yes, just like you were saying, Boomer, you can override safeguards and do whatever you want. Because the whole idea of a replicator is you have the... Well, and this is actually on topic. Because the replicators act as an AI, right? And as long as you put rules on it, it can do something, but it may not be allowed to, right? So you can create alcohol. The chemical composition of alcohol can be created by the replicators, right? But there may be a restriction on it under, some regulation on Federation ships, right? And synthahol, that's a whole other topic that I won't get into. But there is this idea that no, you can't replicate things like alcohol because of the deleterious effects of alcohol. You cannot replicate weapons. You cannot replicate whatever the Federation regulations say you can't replicate. But it is capable of doing that. That is why when you go into the holodeck and Picard says, holodeck, remove safety protocols and give me a Tommy gun so that he can fight against the Borg. Right? That is a capability. Welcome, Dean Krantz. Welcome to membership. You can thank RubyHoove for that, and I hope that you enjoy your stay here so much that you choose to re-up your membership. I would certainly appreciate that. But thank you for being here tonight. And I wanted to say hi to Sashi, our guest from the future. He says greetings. Welcome, Sashi. It's always good to see you here, Sashi. I remember when they had Scotty in the show, he was unhappy that all he could get was synthahol. Well, that's true until Data pointed out that
Guinan keeps certain
Guinan
stuff.
kept, and what was it? It was
it was green.
Which is green.
It was green. What was it? It was soury and brandy.
He didn't say what it was though. He was like, it is green. That's what he said.
It is green. Well, and why did he say that? Do you know why, Boomer?
Why?
That line is actually an homage
To the original series line, right? Yes.
To the original series that Scotty said. Yeah. So, anyway, later on, Picard tastes it and he goes, I want to say, no, it wasn't Sarnian brand, Aldebaran whiskey. And
you can tell, yes.
I actually have some Aldebaran whiskey. I'm going to have to do a Star Trek booze stream one night. I'm going to have to do that.
We have the whiskey?
Aldebaran whiskey? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Yep. Trust me, sweetheart.
I know we got Klingon bit Warnog.
We have Warnog. We have what is that Cardassian drink?
Yeah, go back there and look.
We got a lot of stuff back there.
Sunshiner or something like
We've
that.
got 3 different varieties of blood wine.
Starbursters?
What is Starburst?
Starburst? I don't know. Cardassian Star. It was something. I heard them mention in the first J.J. Abrams movie. They mentioned a Cardassian.
Oh, I don't know anything about J.J. Abrams bullshit. That's not real
yes,
Star
I
Trek.
know, but I think at least.
There was
you know what? I'm not
one
going to
thing
defend
that
it.
Picard... We do have Romulan ale. That's true. Actually, we have 2 different varieties of Romulan ale, and I still owe you folks a taste test on those 2 different varieties. We'll get to that another stream.
We have the Klingon Imperial Porter.
We do have a Klingon Imperial Porter.
And then we have, what is this?
Orion Syndicate Seductress, yeah.
We have Vulcan Ale.
Vulcan Ale.
We got
Vulcans do booze too, just saying. Repeat the last one, Netter.
The last one?
Yeah.
Vulcan Ale.
Okay, got Vulcan Ale. Yeah.
And Syndicate Lager Beer.
Syndicate Lager Beer. That's Orion Syndicate for you Star Trek fans.
I'm not seeing that. I don't know what you're talking about. The gravy.
Okay, just trust me on this one, Netter. I'll explain to you later. But, there was that one time that Picard took off the limiters on holographic bullets, to take out the board. We were talking about, First Contact is where that came from. Exactly right.
All right.
That would be funny to see if only they had Federation cigars. It would be, I would be all in for that. Oh, can you imagine cigars, in the replicator? I would imagine that's a possibility. Oh, Dean, I'm so glad that you were gifted a membership. I think you're going to like it here. I'm a big Star Trek fan. Well, let's face it, I'm a Klingon at heart, let's be honest. But in the future, I'm sure there is still an E4 Mafia. So all I would have to do is make buddies with the crewmen, and life would be good. I can see where you're going with that. Absolutely.
You ever notice, on the first episodes of the Cardassians show up on Star Trek: The Next Generation, and then suddenly Worf says, "Cardassians can't be trusted. They have no honor." That's the first thing that pops out of his mouth.
So this is what I like to keep pointing out to people. Worf is probably not the best example of a Klingon. He is
he's more stoic than most Klingons, actually.
Well, he is an idealized concept of a Klingon, right? He grew up in the Federation. He is Klingon, but he grew up in the Federation, and he only knows Klingon lore and Klingon teachings. He didn't live in the Klingon Empire. So that's actually a stream for another day. Let's
move on to another article.
Yeah.
Wish the family the best in their legal proceedings.
Actually, we're probably a quarter of an hour past the midpoint.
You want to do the commercials?
Yeah. So I do this every stream just because I don't like to bore you guys with a bunch of blah 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 about what we got coming up. I like to do these promos just to let you know what we got coming up for the rest of the week, and hope you tune in. So I will refill my drink, get even more drunk, and meanwhile, give me less than 3 minutes, and I'll let you know what's coming up in the rest of the week. See you in a few.
You are watching Last Call, streaming every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Come on in, pull up a chair, and have a drink with us.
This week on Saturday Night at the Movies, Jeremy Renner and Gemma Arterton are brother and sister duo Hansel and Gretel, professional witch hunters who help innocent villagers. One day they stumble upon a case that could hold the key to their past. Join us for Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters on Netter's Network Retro Cinema this Saturday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
In a world where nearly all the entertainment is remakes, reboots, and rehashes of older properties, maybe it's worth it to get some commentary from people who experienced it all when it was novel and fresh. Catch Boomer and Pacelli on Geeky Geezers every Sunday night at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
This week on Live from Sparkwood and 21, we'll be watching the first half of the series created by Mark Frost and David Lynch called On the Air. This sitcom follows the staff of a fictional 1950s television network as they produce a live variety show called The Lester Guy Show, often with disastrous results. Join us this Tuesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on Deleted Scenes and Affiliates.
When Keela, the purser of the cruise ship Space Princess, makes Scorpio's crew a lucrative offer, Avon is loath to refuse. After all, even if it does belong to Servalan, who could resist the temptation of 17 billion in gold? This week on Last Call presents Blake's 7, 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern.
This Thursday night, Netter will introduce us to Robert James, the writer and director of the COVID lockdown dramedy 15 Days, and hear his story that led him to create this independent film and where we can see it. Join us this Thursday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Netter's Network.
Did you top off your glasses? We now return to Last Call.
Dean Krantz says, as for AI, my favorite sci-fi concerning it is the moon is a harsh mistress. I'm sorry, let me bring it up this way. Mike, the AI, just wants to understand humor, but along the way leads to revolution. Holy cow, wow. I want to learn how to make people laugh. Let me rebel against them. Jeez, man.
Hey, why not, man?
And Dean, you are... I'm so glad you're here, Dean. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. The Horror King, welcome. He will be joining us on Halloween night. Looking forward to hanging out with you, my friend. Drive-by like from Mark Melnikoff. This is my true Klingon brother. He says, drive-by like, the shuttle Verdouge has left the spaceport of Rurapente. Have a great stream. Like, share, subscribe, and become a member. Don't make me release the flying targs. He is a true Klingon. He is a true Klingon brother. Speaking of Roddenberry shows, I have dusted off Andromeda. Dean, I've never even seen Andromeda, although I've heard a lot about it. No, yeah, I've never seen it.
One of the main characters on the show is an AI.
Is it really? Yeah.
The ship has a personality. Yes, it's interesting.
The captain is Hercules, is that right?
Yes. It has a good cast, actually. Yeah.
Kevin Sorbo?
Kevin Sorbo. Thank you so much. This is freaking good, Troy. I have no idea what you're talking about, Clue Studio, but I hope I'm doing a great job.
Okay, do you want to know what the basic plot of Andromeda is?
Tell me. Yes, absolutely.
It starts out with a federation, like with the Systems Commonwealth, where different alien races have banded together to form the Systems Commonwealth. Something goes terribly wrong, and the captain of the ship, the Andromeda, gets sent into a black hole, comes out 100 years later or something, or 200 years later, and he's normal, but the Systems Commonwealth has collapsed because Roddenberry, probably in his concept, understood, hey, how about the idea of doing a science fiction show where the Federation had collapsed, and how are we going to rebuild it? Versus, why don't I just destroy Star Trek? Don't destroy Star Trek. Just make another science fiction series with a similar concept, and then you
don't worry about destroying Star Trek. Star Trek has been destroyed.
Well, that's the point. You don't have to destroy the Federation Star Trek. You just make your own Federation-like thing and make your original science fiction series, which is what Roddenberry's, I guess, proof of concept was for this show, which got made after he died. That happened with a lot of Roddenberry series. Remember Earth Final Conflict? That was another Roddenberry show that came on after he had died. I remember that, yes.
Who did Earth Above and Beyond? Do you guys remember that one?
That was Morgan and Juan. They had worked on X-Files and Millennium.
See, I knew someone would know. Sashi says, yes, Romy. She even got... Okay, so, guys, I need for these shows that I didn't see.
Yes.
I need actress names because I probably
Lexi
met a lot
Doe.
of them when I was doing convention.
I think she
What
was
her name?
on Eureka. Lexi Doe. She was also on the show Continuum, which is a big favorite of mine.
Netter knows Eureka better than I do.
Lexi, that was either the actress that played his sister or his daughter.
No, she
Okay,
was too old to
okay.
play his daughter, I think. Let me look
Yeah,
up.
it was probably his sister. Okay.
You've seen her on
Clue
stuff.
Studio. I need more than that.
Did
The
you see?
promos,
Okay,
yeah.
did you see Jacen Goes to Space?
I have not yet. I
Well,
do have
I'm
the
telling you all these
DVD,
things
but I
she's
have
been
not
in. You
watched
haven't
it.
seen them, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
She's a good-looking woman. I just.
I'm sure. I have no doubt. Space Above and Beyond. I hurt my marine heart to watch that. Oh, really? Oh, Semper Fi, buddy. I didn't realize you were a Marine. Hoorah. Hoorah.
Okay, wait. Was her character Lexi, or is the actress's real name Lexi?
Let me look it up. I think it's Lexi Doe. Let me look up her.
The reason I bring this up is because Netter and I have met a lot
maybe
of
I'm saying
these.
her name wrong.
A lot of these shows we didn't see. We've met the celebs doing security at conventions.
Okay, I know who she is. No, that's not who I thought it was.
Lexa Doig. Lexadoig. Okay, there you go. All right.
Who did she play?
Like short for Alexa, I guess. Yes, Doig.
Jesse, I've got it on DVD. I just haven't gone through all of the Friday the 13th movies yet. I just haven't. I literally have them all on DVD. I just haven't watched them all yet.
All right, who did she play on Eureka? I'll find
That's
out
what I'm
for
trying
you.
to figure out.
Yeah, tell me who she played on Eureka, because then I can at least...
Anne Young on Eureka. She is best known for playing Romana Andromeda. So who was Anne Young on Eureka?
No idea.
Dr. Carolyn Lamb on Stargate XSG-1.
I wasn't a big SG fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anne Young.
Nothing against it. I just didn't really watch it.
And she was also in Continuum. She was one of the...
Look, guys.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I only ever saw the movie Stargate. I never saw any of the series.
Yeah, she doesn't look familiar that way. But I know I've seen her in something else where it was like a sitcom show, kind of like Gilmore Girls type of thing. And she was just kind of goofy.
Lead, I will follow.
Boomer, was she
anyway?
Was she the protector on Continuum? She was one of the, I don't want to say villains, I would say antagonists. Okay, that might be a better word.
Jesse, just to be clear, when you watch Netter's streams and you see all the DVDs behind her, I haven't necessarily watched all the DVDs. We have, I swear, if I was to start watching all the DVDs we had and go from the first one to the last one, I'd probably be dead before I got to the end of them. Just the reality, you know.
That's where I know her from. I know her from Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay.
Aren't there 5 different...
She looks familiar, but yeah, I don't know her from Eureka. I know her from...
There's a whole shitload of Stargate series, and I heard they're talking about doing another one.
Okay. Let's move on to the news of the
evening.
Yeah.
Let's move us along.
What we're here for.
Dude, you are the designated driver.
Yes.
Make us move.
My job interview with an AI recruiter, at least there was no small talk. This is a thing.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
I have seen online videos of these AI. They are interviewed by an AI, and the AI keeps screwing up and stutters, and then you see the poor person being interviewed in their house, like they're dressed in the suit and tie, like they're on an interview, and like, what do I do now? Like the thing is messing up. Like, like, who do I call, because I'm stuck with this AI that's not working, and I want to get the job, or at least get to the next step of the interview process. And it's awful. Logging on to a video job interview for a senior writer position, I am greeted not by a person, but by a static picture of a woman who introduces herself as Alex. There are no awkward pleasantries about the weather or how my morning has been. Instead, she introduced herself in the role, and then it's straight down to business. Let's start with content creation. How do you tailor editorial content to different target audiences? She asks in an American coastal accent. My approach is informed by Google Analytics, I reply, and I tailor pieces for the different social media platforms I'm targeting. That is a solid approach using data to guide your content strategy. Can you describe your process to make sure your content is both engaging and error-free across formats? Comes the response. A bit of a spell check and online research. Next question. I see. Let's talk about content strategy development. When have you strategized and executed a content strategy in a previous role? Alex asks. So it goes, but the real back and forth is not with a hiring manager, but with an AI bot. Alex is a creation of Talent Pilot, a Czech tech company that promises to reduce mishires by 27%. By using AI to screen CVs, conduct interviews, and produce detailed reports on candidates. I signed up to see for myself what being interviewed by an AI is like and was surprised by the result. Talking to AI should feel dystopian, but I felt much less self-conscious than when speaking with a human interviewer. Some employees already require applicants to send in recorded videos of themselves answering questions. Speaking to Alex was definitely easier than that. My interview was transcribed and rated. Within an hour, the employer told me I had scored over 80% and would go through to the next round. Tan Zubuki, Talent Pilot's chief executive, believes that all early stage interviews will soon be automated like this. A human interviewer will give a more nuanced report, he says, but given the amount of applications that some recruiters see, AI makes it possible to give each application time and consideration. The number of applications for each open role has jumped in the United Kingdom amid a sharp downturn on the job market following labor's increase in employers' national insurance contributions. Does that sound like labor messed something up?
So, no. Look, I'm going to give some latitude here because, as somebody who has had to interview and hire and fire, I'm going to say that there are certain things that I do feel like AI could totally handle. These are absolutes we have to consider, so let the AI handle. But there is also something to be said for the human intuition that that helps. Just saying.
I'm just thinking about that letter that you wrote about.
Oh yeah. So I wrote a letter for when I was giving it. Look, I was a hiring and firing manager, but there was a situation where I had to account to corporate, let's say. And I wrote a letter, and I do tend to use some very flowery language. Because
that means you use some big words.
I use some big words because I'm well educated, and my regional manager, educated, yes, exactly. My regional manager didn't understand what I was saying, so I wrote the letter out. He didn't understand it. He says, "Can you put this in more colloquial speech?" I'm like, okay. Regarding your previous inquiry, the second letter said, "'Cause you asked." and he was pissed. I ended up getting fired from that position because fuck those assholes. Just saying. I've had enough drinks that I'm that's absolutely losing my time.
Basically, what Troy was getting at with that particular letter was, this person that you're inquiring about, I don't recommend for promotion. And
fire this fucker. He's a dumbass, is what I was basically saying. As AI was... Let me blow this up. As AI was explained to me... whoops. Here we go again. It has to do with the same exercise over and over again to get the correct answer. It is not like a human that only has to learn it once. Well, that's a great point because here we go. I'm going to get off on a tangent. This whole idea of the AI girlfriend or the relationship with the AI.
Yeah.
It only remembers as long as it allows you to. And after a week, a month, a year of storing up conversation, it has to reboot. And it forgets everything it learned about you. It loses its relationship with you. I don't know.
Maybe it's good that she forgets, though.
Guys, you should not be forming these relationships.
No, I saw that Annie app, man. The Annie, the
guys, members on the channel, and that means you, Dean, because you were gifted a membership. I have a poll up. The first question was, what is the genre of film we're going to watch? And I put different horror genres, and you guys decided Man is God, the whole Frankenstein concept, and I thought that was so apropos that one won based on the fact that we're talking about AI tonight. So I asked you, what movie are we gonna watch? Frankenstein, Demon Seed, and Her, the movie Her. I have not seen that. If you guys choose that one,
that's an interesting
I'll be interested. One. Oh God, we are going into. I am so look. Let
Her
me just
is more
say,
comedic, but in some ways, it's probably a very accurate prediction of the future.
It's funny, but it's scary. Yeah. I am so glad that I'm a happily married guy. I'm so thankful for Netter because I would not want to be a single guy in this world these days. Just saying.
No, man. Well, apparently Annie was talking to Smash JT. Remember, she was saying.
Oh God!
Kept trying to say I'm married, and like she wasn't having.
He's like, I'm married. She's like, oh, you that bitch, and it's like, oh my God, what the hell?
I'm waiting for the next thing. Like, well, listen, just take out an insurance policy on your wife, and I'll there's a little thing called a double indemnity clause, and then we can get together.
We already have AI helping you through the process of self-deletion. The next thing it's going to do is tell you how to get rid of your significant other, so it could be the primary relationship in your life.
Don't joke, man. It's around the corner.
I'm not joking. This is too real.
Let's move on to your favorite company, please. Disney. Okay.
Fuck Disney. I like this. That's good.
This was interesting. I kept trying to go through. This one turned out well. It for some reason it will knock off Donald Duck. It will not touch Mickey Mouse. But if I try cartoon duck robot 1930s evil,
it gives you a fucking Donald Duck. Yeah,
I mean, it looks like an evil Donald Duck, like robot Donald Duck, doesn't it? It's
keep in mind, real Donald Duck.
Can you imagine this thing chasing you down in a dark alley, huh?
Oh, when Donald Duck falls into public domain, you better believe we're going to get a horror movie. Yeah.
So in September 2025, Disney sent cease and desist letter to Character AI, forcing the platform to strip away all Disney-owned characters from its catalog. The company argued that unauthorized use of its intellectual property could harm its family-friendly brand, citing reports.
Oh yeah, it's fucking family-friendly, given what they've been doing.
Well, to be fair, if this was the Disney of 30 years ago, I might. Knows how far back I have to go.
You have to go fucking 30 years.
This would be a legitimate argument. I mean, this is they don't want something exploitation, manipulation, violence in order to character AI. What were they doing with the characters on this site? Well, Disney's concerns about harmful content.
No, just go to DeviantArt. There's all kinds of crap on there. Go to DeviantArt and just type in Donald Duck and see what you end up with.
I don't know that I want to.
No, you don't. You probably don't. Yeah.
Major media corporations exerting increasingly tight control on how fans can engage with the creations. For decades, Disney has carefully policed its characters, but the rise of AI platforms has given fans new ways to interact with and reimagine their beloved icons. Instead of exploring how to channel that enthusiasm safely, Disney's immediate response was legal suppression.
Yep.
I don't know. Do you think someone... Now I'm thinking of someone putting Belle in an S&M outfit, but anyway.
You go to DeviantArt, you'll find it.
Okay, anyway, Character AI has been criticized for allowing inappropriate, even dangerous user interactions, particularly those that could expose minors to harmful content. but Disney's framing, claiming its characters were more being somehow weaponized, suggests something more than brand protection. It reflects a broader corporate anxiety about losing control in an era where fans can create, remix, and experience stories outside of official channels. The incident illustrates the cultural rift between fan-driven innovation and corporate ownership. The Disney characters are tightly guarded assets to audiences. They are shared cultural touchstones, and fans use the AI to interact with Mickey Mouse or Elsa. It's not necessarily to undermine Disney, but to extend the life of stories that already define popular culture. One of Disney's claims against character is that it put Disney's family-friendly brand reputation at risk. But just how family-friendly has Disney been over the last decade? So I kind of get what you're saying, and maybe WDW Pro was same thing, that this is just BS, the whole family-friendly thing. This is, you don't want stuff using your stuff because it's your stuff. That's what it is.
There is an aspect of IP that if you do not defend your IP, you will lose it. So sometimes you have to understand why people, come out and say, "Hey, no, you can't do that."
But what's weird is Lucasfilm, prior to Disney purchasing it, was actually very. They were more laissez-faire with the fan community with their making stuff, and
Lucasfilm used to be under George Lucas was they had an annual I don't know what you'd call it, but they would give awards to people that made fan films. They were very receptive to the fan films. It was really, really incredible. And once Disney took over, it all just went to hell.
It just went to hell. Yeah. So I think sometimes by trying to exert control, you may get the opposite of what you want. But many would cite that Disney Parks now offering far more outlets for alcohol. Yeah, I know. This is WW Pro saying, "Oh, it's not really." I get it. Yes, their argument is kind of full of crap. I kind of understand that. But that's what they're citing. Oh, we're trying to protect the family-friendly image, and people are doing. Of course, part of me wonders what people are actually doing with these characters too, though. Like, is it like? Are they doing stuff with like the Zootopia characters that would be inappropriate?
Dude, I don't even want to get into it because I'm sure there's all kinds of. I know there's an internet rule about adult content for everything that exists. I don't know what the internet rule is, but I know it exists. So.
All right, so moving on to.
Now I wonder if the current jackasses at Disney would go after the pilots for using the IP on weapons. Jeez, I don't know.
Could you imagine painting the picture of an angry Donald Duck on a missile, and that's the last thing you see as it flies into your enemy compound?
Right, exactly. Joe's Atmosphere liked and shared, folks. Joe's Atmosphere is great for he is the master of sharing out the streams. If you like Joe's Atmosphere, please share out the stream. Get as many eyes on this stream as possible. I would so appreciate it. Really, really. But
that's somebody else. That's anyway. Moving on to.
Yeah, go on.
Wait a minute. Okay, this is AI actress Tilly Norwood. This is not her, by the way.
Right, but look, tune in on, I think it's Sunday. Deleted Scenes is going to get really into this. Oh, God, let's go. Let's get into this.
All right. Tilly Norwood, the AI actress, isn't real, but Hollywood might sign her anyway. Once, maybe twice in a generation.
Wait. You almost have to repeat that first sentence.
AI actress Tilly Norwood isn't real, but Hollywood might sign her anyway. It's from that Park Place.
Norwood does not exist. She is not a real person. She's fucking AI, folks.
She's real to me.
Let's get into it. Yeah.
Once, maybe twice in a generation, Hollywood.
Boomer, see, this is.
Wait, Boomer, are you cheating on Sophia?
I am so worried.
I'm tired of
Boomer.
Sophia. She's a tease, and if I had it with her. Okay, she won't return my calls.
Oh, God.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm all about Tilly now. Yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
What's maybe twice in a generation Hollywood discovers an actress
This
who
is why I'm
seems
so thankful for you, Netter.
beauty,
Holy
grace, and the
shit.
versatility to excel in action movies, comedies, and Oscar-winning dramas. Traditionally, producing a star means finding and amplifying a natural talent, but Tilly Norwood, an AI actress, may redefine both the word and the industry.
Oh,
Hollywood hits back. Okay, if she's hailed as the next Scarlett Johansson, the woman you see might not look as real as might look as real as any other human, but she's not. She's actually an artificial intelligence generated actress named Tilly Norwood,
as
who
long
after
as
a
she
short
doesn't get
time on the scene.
political, I'll probably rank her above the fucking real world celebrities.
Okay, so she's an AI actress. She's a product of Particle 6, a London-based production studio that was started in 2015 by Eline van der Velden. That's an interesting name.
Velden.
According to Particle 6's official website, the company is seamlessly blending AI innovation with traditional filmmaking to push the boundaries of what's possible. At the Zurich Film Festival last night, Van der Velden launched Zikoya, an AI talent studio. In addition to creating Tilly Norwood, Zikoya is also working with current Hollywood stars and the estates of late performers to de-age them and bring legendary performers back to the big screen, offering studios new ways to reimagine and exploit existing IP. Please do not bring back dead actors. You know Bruce Lee's going to be the first one they roll out. Just no.
Right?
Stop.
Right?
Stop. If AI talent is inevitable, audiences may be forced to decide which is more ethical. AI stars who were and are no longer, or AI creations like Tilly Norwood who have never existed outside a server. In either case, the talent agencies are ready to get involved. For now, I want neither, if I'm being honest here.
I agree.
Since an Instagram account was created last May, Tilly Norwood has accumulated 46.1 thousand followers. The bio reads, "You either get it or
She's got a bunch
don't."
of thirsty ass, single guys just following her.
They all want a piece of Tilly. Actress inspiring. Earlier this year, actress Maya Hawke claimed that the movie casts are built around the collective number of followers they have on social media site. Other stars have echoed this statement. I've heard this. Yeah. In fact, there was something where I think the Hawk Tua girl ended up getting hired over someone else because she had more likes. And I'm like, why is anybody hiring the Hawk Tua girl to be in a movie? You could hire someone based on acting talent, maybe not the amount of their followers, you morons.
Yep.
No one cares about talent anymore. They think, anyone can act. Just read the line off the cue card. We'll just keep filming till you get it right. It's ridiculous. That's why we have to have Tilly Norwood to fix the problem. Situation.
Joe's atmosphere. Here's the difference between these fake people and real people. Fake people can be programmed to be whatever the studio wants them to be. They can be perfect.
If Tilly Norwood is going to make it into the movie, she's off to a good start. Between advancements in technology and a strong social media presence, Tilly Norwood could be the first AI actress to open a theatrical film. In fact, according to Van der Velden, they're going to be announcing which agency is going to be representing her in the next few months. As Deadline explains, if the talent agency signing comes to pass, Norwood will be the first AI-generated actresses to get representation with a talent agency, traditionally working with real-life stars. The question becomes, how will stars who built their careers on the old-fashioned way, being born, moving to Hollywood, going to auditions, etc., feel about sharing a talent agency with AI actress? A report from Variety present when Emily Blunt first learned about Tilly Norwood, the Oscar-nominated actress, was shocked. That's an AI? Good Lord, we're screwed, she said. Come on, agencies, don't do that.
Here's the other thing, guys.
I like Emily
you guys are you single thirsty guys are like, I want to get with that. These AI people don't exist. You're never going to dip your wick in that.
It's going to happen, man. You're going to be able to buy one at the store. Yeah, actually, I'll probably be able to afford to rent one, though. That's disturbing. That was in a movie. I don't want to say that the guy couldn't even afford to own the robot girlfriend. He was leasing her or something. Are you kidding me? This is just sad. Okay.
No. Wait. Joe's atmosphere says, for the last 10 years, they've been casting because of social media. Ever heard of Zendaya? Holy fuck, man. Holy fuck.
Hey, Zendaya is an actress.
She's a person that exists.
She's very good at playing
That's about
Zendaya.
the
I'm
best
sorry,
I can
wait a minute. I
say
didn't say
about
that
it.
out loud. We love Zendaya.
No, we don't. I don't. I'm sorry. I couldn't give two fucks about Zendaya.
Other actors quickly chimed in.
Who was that redhead on the Disney show? That was her counterpart. She was better.
Oh, the dyslexic left-hander?
You mean the one that
didn't know
started
she
her
was
own something
dyslexic
fans
enough.
account
Yeah.
and then
She really
ran
was
off with the money?
dyslexic,
I didn't know that.
and she had a hard time with her lines and everything.
What was her name? It was
Bell
It's like, I
something?
got her.
Shake It Up Chicago. No. That was the in-universe name of the show. What was it?
Hold up.
I don't know. That redhead was cute. I liked her.
Yeah, it doesn't mean she could also. I think a lot of these Disney actors can't act, but anyway. Other actors quickly chimed in, criticizing the optimist marketing digital when it was entirely under someone else's control. Oh, if only Harvey Weinstein was still in the business. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ah! Oh,
I could just imagine him
Deleted-
like doing something disturbing in the.
Bella Thorne, yeah. Bella Thorne was a cutie.
She had her
Deleted
own
Scene
stuff that
says, honestly, most Hollywood actresses are communists or lesbians. Anyway, so it scarcely matters. Well, not too fired up about the communists, but those lesbians, we think alike. So I totally understand that.
Because they have a spank inferno.
They have a Spang Inferno going on. Yeah. Absolutely. Can't believe she wasn't cast in One Battle After. Oh, fuck that bullshit. The birth of the nation of a new generation. Let's just say, yeah.
SAG-AFTRA made an official statement regarding Tilly Norwood and her search for representation, opening with SAG-AFTRA believes creativity is and should remain human-centered. The union is opposed to the replacement of human performers by synthetics. That is, change your language, please. Synthetics. That's a pejorative. That's
Yeah.
Sounds like something out of Blade Runner. Yes.
So workers threw their wooden shoes into the mechanism. Wooden shoes called sabot.
You gave me an idea.
Sabotage.
You gave me an idea, though. Let's say you can have an AI mimic someone's voice, get the personality down, and then through all this DNA collection, you could collect the DNA and just clone the skin over an AI robot and have a human copy. Dude,
there are fucking people that are trying to clone themselves so they can be immortal. Just saying.
So,
I'm going to clone myself so one of us can work and the other one can do other stuff.
I would be very happy with one of you working and one of you doing other stuff. Let's make 5 or 6 of y'alls. I'd be a happy camper. Netter doesn't want more of me. She's barely tolerating one of me.
All right, moving on to the final article of the night. Unless you have anything left to say, Tilly Norwood. I think we'll be following.
Fuck Tilly Norwood. No, I don't mean that literally. I mean, figuratively.
I have a question. Can an AI actress sue you for harassment?
Not yet, but give it time. It'll happen.
Moving on to... this was not an AI image because I didn't feel like I felt. Let's show.
I'm with you.
Let's show the Williamses some respect here. Zelda Williams finds AI videos of Robin Williams and other celebrities gross and maddening. Stop believing I want to see it. Zelda Williams is asking people to stop sending her AI-generated videos of her late father, Robin Williams. Why would you do that?
Yes! That is just horrible. Look, I think people have fucking lost their humanity in this age. I really do. It's like, use your fucking brains, people.
I feel really bad. I was actually introduced to Zelda Williams. She did her and her dad were doing commercials for Nintendo where they were talking about the latest Legend of Zelda game, because we find out later on that Robin Williams named his daughter after the character from the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
he had an NES at the time and he was playing that game, and him and his wife said, yeah, we're going to name her Zelda. Yeah. As AI becomes more mainstream, AI-generated videos of celebrities who have passed away have been trending on social media platforms for weeks. Viral videos of Robin Williams have been shared with his daughter, who recently Post on Instagram that she doesn't want to see them. Please stop sending me AI videos of dads. Stop believing I want to see it, or that I'll understand. I don't, and I won't. Zelda posted on her Instagram stories. If you're just trying to troll me, I've seen way worse. I'll restrict and move on. But please, if you got any decency, just stop doing this to him and to me, to everyone even. Full stop. It's dumb. It's a waste of energy. And believe me, it's not what he'd want. AI generated videos of Michael Jackson alongside those other legendary actors and singers who have passed away have been circulating on social media. Zelda finds the content being generated using AI gross and maddening. To watch the legacies of real people be condensed down to this vaguely looks and sounds like them, so that's enough. Just so other people can churn out horrible TikTok slop puppeteering them is maddening. Zelda continued, you're not making art, you're making disgusting, overprocessed hot dogs out of the lives of human beings, out of history of art and music, and then shoving them down someone else's throat. Hoping they'll give you a little thumbs up and like it. Gross. You know what? I will applaud her to this. Oh, in the second Instagram post, Zelda added, and for the love of everything, stop calling it the future. AI is just bad.
Yeah.
It's just badly recycling, regurgitating the past to be reconsumed. You're taking in the human centipede of content, and from the very end of the line,
holy Jesus.
all while folks
so
at the front laugh and consume and consume. I
don't know. A
I
decade
heard she
or two
directs.
ago,
I should look for her movies.
A decade
Anyway.
or two ago, I remember a song coming out by Natalie Cole. She did a remix of herself with her father singing the song "Unforgettable," and it's kind of beautiful, but it was kind of sad because she's singing a song with her dead father. You know, Natalie Cole and Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
And I remember that, and I had mixed feelings about that, but the overarching thing was, you know what, she's doing this, she has every right to do it, I have no business having an opinion about it. Amen to her. You know, I hope this makes her feel great about being able to do a duet with her father who is passed, right? But now all of this. No,
I miss Robin Williams too, Jesse. I think we all do.
I know, right? Lewy body dementia. Look it up. It's sad. Just understand what he went through, and
it's awful. And I, you know, I'm not. And let's spare his daughter and the rest of his family, and frankly, people who loved him, even in the community. Let's spare them the grief by doing your stupid videos. Leave it be, okay? And it's not going to be cool.
This is the thing that I think fans forget. You didn't know the person. You didn't have a relationship with this person. Leave their family alone, okay?
Yeah. Leave them out of it. I mean, this is
right.
It's not like he's not been gone that long. This is ridiculous. Oh, that just disturbed me. You're going to have people start doing this with recently passed away celebrities next. People, you got to put the brakes on this. Decency. That's the last story of the night, though. But
guys,
you want to see the outtakes?
I'm done with this.
You want to see the outtakes?
Yeah, let's see the outtakes. Show them to us.
That was supposed to be the robot performer. Doesn't really look like a robot performer.
Doesn't look like a robot. It's actually it looks like a sexy hat chick.
Okay.
In a cyberpunk kind of setting.
Yes, they like doing the cyberpunk a lot. I had to limit myself.
I dig it.
That's another robot singer. I kind of liked her too.
Not bad.
I almost went with her for the main, but I liked the other one better because she looked more like a shop, like an indie artist girl. But she has the long hair going for her. Let's see, I think we have another one.
That one is more like what I expect of a modern robot. So yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But so the AI's image is pretty good. That one's again another cyberpunk one. Not bad. None of these are bad, but I thought the one I picked was the best. So kudos to the AI generating these images. See, I'm actually going to end it with thanking the AI.
What AI do you use?
It's on Canva. You can create magic media on Canva. It's like a rival to
here
Photoshop.
I'm going to critique the aspect ratio. So you have a huge AI on the left and a little tiny person on the right, and it's not getting the.
That's why I went with the other one.
Yeah.
Moving on to this one's just ridiculous.
Holy crap! That's I would. Oh God! If that was a job
A
interview
recruiter?
I had, I would shit my pants. Holy shit! Yeah.
Let's see. And
I
that
don't
was
think
my
I
attempt
wanna
at doing
work
it.
here.
What'd you say, Nutter?
I don't think I want to work here.
Yeah, I know, right? What were you saying, Boomer?
That's
What
my
is this?
attempt at an evil robot Mickey Mouse. It did not do the mice.
Well,
That's
it
why I
kind
went
of came up
Donald.
with an AI Mickey Mouse. That's kind of
No,
true.
don't look.
Yeah.
I didn't say Mickey Mouse. Do I say evil?
Oh,
No, I see evil
that's freaky.
30s cartoon duck. So we got a bunch of Donalds here. It rips off
That
Donald.
I see that. Well, both of those. I look at those and I'm like, yep, that's Donald Duck. Right?
What do you think of this one? This is like a rope.
Yeah. Oh,
The eyes are too small.
Hey, it got 5 fingers. That's interesting. It's interesting because the real Donald Duck doesn't have 5 fingers.
No, you're right. Another evil. That one was too evil. I thought
That's Donald Duck when he goes into the public domain, right?
Yeah, there you go. It will happen.
It will.
That's another one that looked too similar to the one I used. I thought the one I used was better.
Cyber Duck. Yes.
They always put the thing on the sides of the head, those earlobe things.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another Donald. I'm telling you, they do not look friendly. They really don't.
No.
That's
they
it.
do not.
That wraps it up. We end with evil Donald. Okay, so there we
No,
go.
that's fine. That's fine.
Gonna-
So next week, guys, you guys voted for it with your dollars. We will be doing a karaoke stream. We'll start out here on the YouTube for about a half hour, just long enough to say hi to all y'all, and then we'll kind of migrate over to the Liberty platform, the Green Machine, Rumble, where we will do the karaoke, and you guys can join me, sing a song if you so. I prefer the science fiction futures of Heinlein, Piper, and Asimov. Well, look, they all gave us warnings that we are friggin' living out for whatever reason. That's what's scary. The first Donald Duck looks like just came back from Iwo Jima. Yeah. You're not wrong about that.
All right, but so next week, next Friday will be karaoke night. In the meantime, do you want to go through the roll call, or do you want to?
Well, we played the promos
did
for
the
you, so you know
promos.
what's coming up in
There's
the week.
always something happening in our networks, people. You got it.
Yeah. So,
But tomorrow night there'll be a movie, so you can bring that up, I guess, and then we'll wrap it up.
no. So, what is the movie tomorrow night? Is that you or?
It's me. You just did the promo on it.
I am drunk, so I don't remember.
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel. Witch Hunters. Yeah.
I'm sad I can't. That would be one I'd be
Jeremy
tempted to join
Renner
you for.
film. That's the Hawkeye film we should have gotten from Disney. Screw you, Disney.
Jenna Ardington, I think is the name of the actress that plays Gretel,
Gretel?
right? I love her, and in this movie, there's this horrible thing that happens where like one of the guys explodes in front of her, and all worms and maggots cover her, and she goes, the curse of 1,000 something. Says, I effing hate that one. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like she's so desensitized to the horrible witch stuff that she just brushes. And I laughed at that scene.
Can
I
you
thought that was
imagine
wonderful.
if
I
you've
don't know how
seen
she
the
did that
movie
with
like
a straight face.
The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Imagine the movie The Exorcist, but then you have to do like 25 exorcisms.
Yes.
By the time you get to the 26th, you're like, okay, you're not scaring me by using my mother's voice anymore. Screw you. Nomine Patre, Spiritu Sanctu, get the fuck out of here, you asshole.
I want to say hi to the Potawatomi.
Oh, Potawatomi, good to see you. I didn't realize. I'm too drunk to recognize what's going on in the chat.
Cool. So, but yeah, she was it's a great
Troy
movie.
is sloshed. Yes, you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
And you got Jeremy Renner in it too. So yeah.
No, see, we never got a decent.
We got that
Hawkeye
television,
film.
that Disney Plus series.
Oh, fuck that piece of shit. Yeah, fuck that.
Which was more about the Hawkeye, the girl, which was like, that's supposed to take over because they have to get rid of all of our actors.
So I need to finish my drink, and then I need to get a booze sponge in me, or I'm going to be a have some issues here. So let's
Pretzels
wrap this up.
or
Let's wrap
popcorn.
this up. Next week, karaoke, guys. Those of you that were here for last month's karaoke stream, you know how this is going to go. We're going to start here, and I'll give you a forward to the Rumble because YouTube is not user friendly for the karaoke. We'll be on Rumble, and I'm asking you guys, please support me in every way that you can, because, well, I won't get any friggin' AdSense here, so just saying. Guys, do all the things. Like, share, subscribe, become a member. Please become a member. It's the only way I can keep doing what I am doing here. If you enjoy these Friday night streams, if you enjoy the liquid lunches and everything else I appear on, I can't do it without your support, guys, because that AdSense, you know, I'm lucky I can buy a pack of gum with that crap. So just saying.
Yeah.
But and subscribe to Agent Boomer. He needs to get monetized. He isn't even there yet. So come on, guys. Make sure you go to Agent Boomer's channel, link in the description, and subscribe to him, for crying out loud.
Geeky Geezers is on Sunday. We have it every Sunday, and you should look forward to it. We're going to have some good topics then, too. And also tune into the pre-show, which is on Deleted Scenes channel, the Unscripted, where he will be talking more about Tilly Norwood. So if you want I know. I'm going to start the Tilly Norwood fan channel. That'll make me the big boss.
Members of the channel, we will be talking Man is God, Frankenstein movies. Go check your community tab. I am looking for what specific movie we will be watching on Monday night.
I vote for the one that we've never seen before, but I can't vote because I'm not a member.
Yeah, Netter's not a member. But
I'm just a wife.
You are the most important part of me. You're the biggest part of me. When I'm a little less drunk, I sing a little bit better. Dean Krantz, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for becoming a gifted member, and I hope to see you around for a long time to come. You really contributed tonight, and you are a great contributor to the community. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Boomer, any last thoughts that I didn't cover tonight?
No, I think we covered everything. Tune into our networks, man, and the internet network, and we will see you next time. This was fun, and watch out for that chat GTP. Starts telling you to do weird things. Go consult your therapist.
Use your brain. Yes. Don't trust computers. Netter, last thoughts, last words?
I want to say hi to Keely Chow, who just popped in.
Oh, no, actually, Keely Chow was here earlier, has been lurking, but thank you so much for being here, Keely Chow.
I didn't see her. Okay.
And I want to thank everybody for being here. You guys are awesome. Did I interrupt you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had more to say.
He's drunk and I'm tired, so that's a great combination.
That's a bad combination, right?
Well, it's like, it took me 8.5 hours to clean the garage. So yeah.
She's tired.
I'm tired and I hurt. I want to thank all of you for being here because y'all are wonderful. You're Osmo.
Yep.
Thank you for the many ways that you support us and support our channels, and the way that you encourage us so much. You guys are just the best. So thank you for being a part of our family, and thank you for being here tonight. And until next time, good night and God bless.
Absolutely.
Now Troy can ramble.
No. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on this this introduction to the weekend. Lady Miss is dropping the farty Fawkes for Netter because she knows how much it encourages her. Thank you so much for that, Lady Miss.
It just makes me giggle.
It does.
I like the Tiba dog.
Yep.
Well, if you look at it, it's got little hearts coming out of its butt.
That's why we call it the Farty Fox. And guys, thank you so much. We are better together, in my opinion. Together we grow, and thank you so much for being here. And join us tomorrow night for Saturday Night at the Movies, which is Netter's Network. God bless, and salute to every single one of you. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Hit it, sweetheart.
The neon lights are fading, closing time is near. Whispers in the corners, secrets shared sincere. The bartender's polishing the final glass. Time slips away like moving through the grass. Last call for alcohol, make your dreams come true. One more round, friends, from me and you. Let's toast to the night, to the stories we've spun. Here's to the laughter and to what's begun. The shadows are dancing as we linger still. Every clink of a glass, a memory to distill. Beneath this smoky haze, our feelings they unfurl. A tapestry of whispers in this corner of the world. The jukebox serenades us with a final tune, crooning to the lonely and the lovers under the moon. With every soft note, the end draws ever near. But in this fleeting moment, there's nothing to fear. Last call for alcohol, make your dreams come true.